There you go.
You. Oh.
Hey, let's go.
Well, hi there, and welcome to Lightweight's global headquarters. 世界中の何百万もの人々にとってライフウェブは希望を象徴し、真実と光の灯台を象徴しています。It's one of those things where you have to be there to understand the magnitude of what you experience when you walk in. Giving me goosebumps. Like, it's just mesmerizing.
All I can say is, wow.
Felt like we were on a journey to outer space. Just simply amazing.
What an incredible, breathtaking experience.
I don't believe what I saw, but I saw it.
Whatever you bring here, they will be sold. The genius and the vision and the work that went into this was absolutely amazing.
It's just honestly mind-blowing to see the technology, the evolution of this company.
That's all I can say.
I'm just speechless. It was so beautiful. I don't even know what to say.
This is the most exciting, jaw-dropping presentation I've ever experienced.
Okay, Mr. Lingam.
All right, thank you. Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for dropping by at Super Wednesday. Happy New Year, Happy Lunar New Year, to be exact. I hope you have safely transitioned into the new year now, and you should be able to be picking up on your health throughout this year. Well, our apologies for the sound on the video. For a moment, I thought it was only me who lost my voice, but then it happens all over the place. Well, tonight we have an interesting presentation by none other than Tan Chin Hua. He has been an excellent presenter all this while. Yeah, well, we'll move on. But before that, I would want to say that I had a recent hospital episode. You know what I've gone through? I've had a stroke, and my speech was impeded for more than 2.5 years, besides another 15 other disorders. And I've been under a lot of scrutiny by the medical doctors who have given me very close health care, right? So as a user of LifeWave, it is not that it is not that I have stopped believing in medical science, but I'm awfully grateful for the life-saving act of medical science. If not for them, I won't be on screen today. So besides the regenerative science, medical science needs to be adhered to as well. So if you look at the disclaimer here, let me read it out. LifeWave products are for general wellness and intended only to maintain or encourage a general state of health or a healthy activity. The content provided by LifeWave is presented in summary form. It is general in nature and is provided for informational purposes only. Always consult with your physician or other qualified healthcare provider before embarking on a new health regimen, diet, or fitness program. Do not disregard any medical advice you have received or delay in seeking it. LifeWave reserves the right to change product prices or selection. Coming back to my hospitalization, I went into the accident and emergency department because lately I've been told by the doctors to consume some supplements. These supplements have never been taken by me, and all this while I've been free of supplements. Well, during the last blood check, they detected that I had iron deficiency or I was low in iron. So they questioned me whether I was having anemia, whether I had any bleeding, internal bleeding in my tummy, or my urine or stools were tainted with blood. Well, I said, no, I feel fine. All was good because the day I started using the X39, the X39 took me over, for which I'm very grateful, because since that day, I've never fallen sick or required any kind of medical attention with urgency. Well, some months back, a blood test also revealed that my cortisol level was low. And I was a bit, surprised that now I am having iron deficiency. And what sent me to the hospital was that I was having a pain in my sternum, okay? And that happened within days of starting the supplements. So I'm not used to all this thing. I'm not a medical person, so I have to seek medical attention. And the doctor immediately took note of whatever I was saying, and she decided that I will undergo an ESG and ECG rather, okay, and it went on and on and on because I was going through the triage system in the emergency department, and she saw me again and she told me, you seem to have some infection. from the blood sample that they took from me at the hospital, they said that I'm undergoing some infection, and she suggested that I have an X-ray. So it was getting more and more serious, and later on she suggested that I be warded. So I never went to hospital seeking any kind of warding or anything serious in my mind. Well, I said, okay, let's see what you can do for me. And I went on through it. I thought it was just going to be for a day or so, but then when the next day came, they stated that my hemoglobin levels were high, or rather white blood cells were high. And so I said, okay. And they were, periodically taking blood samples, poking into my arm, next the other arm, left arm, right arm, left arm. And then they put me on antibiotics. So it went on for 3-4 days. I went in on the 30th of January, and I was discharged on 3rd of February. So what was the outcome of this medical investigation? Well, on the last day of my hospitalization, the doctor said that, well, your white blood cells are still high, but you seem to be okay. What natural product are you taking? I said, no, I'm on LifeWave X39. And she looked at the other doctor and, do you have anything to explain about this or for us to read? I said, you can just go online and you can refer to the information that is in online, always available. And immediately the doctor went in online and she started reading it, and she looked at the other doctor. They Googled. I mean, they were talking to each other, whispering to each other for a while, and say, oh, no wonder. Well, they never said anything to me, but what I can conclude is that, well, I have been protected all the while by the X39. I never felt, insecure or vulnerable at any moment of time. So, I just smiled at them and said, no, I'm still fine. I'm fine. But the doctor still insisted that I should carry on with the antibiotics and finish the course. So, well, I'm not objecting to anything. And so I agreed to it. And here I am, back as normal. Yeah, and coming to think about it, we have been on air for about 1 year now. Xinhua, you think we have been on this program for about 1 year? Okay, so let's switch over to Xinhua. Let me introduce Xinhua. He's a lovely person. He's known more as a pharmacist who doesn't sell drugs. Well, he's got a master's in pharmacy and has been working in the corporate as in London as well as in Malaysia. And for a period of 10 years, he spent his time looking at drugs, and decided to make his way out of that profession, right? So I would consider that he is a specialist in terms of gut. Our gut health. He's a specialist in terms of gut health. And I hope you can follow him closely as he makes his presentation tonight. All right. Thank you very much. Xinhua, you're on.
Thank you, Mr. Lingam, and we are happy to hear that you are recovering well. Yeah, so of course, the patches that you've been using throughout that a year plus has actually given you a lot of protection in that sense. Yeah. So though the works, some of it, the markers are not so favorable, but there's nothing alarming at all. Okay. So that's why it's important for us to understand how this technology works. Yeah. And for those of you who are here for the first time tonight, if you have friends who are, please type in the chat box 111. All right. So today I'll be presenting a very, very simple explanation on the LifeWave technology. And we have a friend from Philippines as well, Connie, right? Name.
Yes.
Okay, welcome. Right. So for those of you who have been here, that have been following our Zoom meetings, this will be on the product knowledge. Okay, so let's get started. And if you guys can hear me clearly, can you type in a 222 in the chat box? All right. Okay, so got some response here. Okay, so first of all, let's understand who is this nobleman and why has he actually done what he has done for humanity. So David Smith is the CEO, founder, and world-class scientist. Okay, so then he is basically someone that I respected a lot, and over the number of months that I've known this company, I felt a very strong connection to what he wants to achieve. All right. So for me, a company founder is very, very important. The vision, the man behind the vision. And why is he doing such good things to humanity? Right. So then this is a bit of his background. And when we look at what he has actually done in the past, his beginnings, he basically invented technologies for the US Navy SEALs. So it's not normal soldiers. US Navy SEALs are very versatile. If you want them to fly, they can fly. If you want them to go underwater, they can. If you want them to climb up the mountains, they can as well. So that is the power of Navy SEALs. And basically, his project of LifeWave is fully funded by the Irish government to research on the breakthrough stem cells technology. And he has two in-house manufacturing plants, one in Ireland and one in San Diego. Okay, so the factories are all automated. Yeah, so there's minimum labor involved and everything is automated. That shows how advanced the company is. So in 2004, there is an Olympic swim coach called Richard Quick. Yeah, 6-time US Olympic swim coach. So he spotted this technology and basically tested on his 8 lady swimmers. And 6 of them broke personal best record during the Olympic trials. Because of this, over 1,000 people come forward wanted to become LifeWave distributor. So this is a huge breakthrough for the company when they first started. Yeah. And basically, because of this, World Anti-Doping Agency actually stepped in to investigate what was in the patches, because they are very strict, and if they find any drugs in the patches that stimulate enhancement of the swimmers, they will actually ban the company and also the athletes. Yeah, but then World Anti-Doping Agency actually released a statement to say that there are no drug substances inside the patch. So they are basically cleared to use in any professional athletes events. Okay, so then subsequently, a lot of big stars started using the technology. If you guys have not heard of Michael Phelps, he is an American multiple gold medalist swimmer. And this was dated back in 2004. Okay, so Ray Allen, NBA champion, David Beckham, soccer star, Dana Kirk, US swimmer. Okay, so these are just some of the athletes that have used technology during their prime. And these are not paid sponsorship. Paid sponsorship meaning that they are being paid by the company a sum of money to advertise their product. I give an example, like Cristiano Ronaldo, the international soccer star, was paid millions by Herbalife to advertise their drinks, their nutrition drinks. Okay, so that is paid sponsorship. But these athletes were not paid. They were spotted by their coaches to say that, hey, you know what? There's something out there that can actually stimulate your performance naturally. So try it out. Yeah. So that is the difference. Okay. And also, a lot of doctors around the world, Europe, Australia, America, Singapore has started. Malaysia actually has a few upcoming doctors as well. Yeah. So these are the doctors that have been using the technology to help their patients to recover faster as well. Yeah. So some are holistic doctors, some are medical doctors. Yeah. So then this actually gives us an assurance. If the professional athletes can use it, medical doctors are using this to help their patients to get well faster. So then we know that it is very safe. Yeah. So then we as normal citizens, yeah, we are actually assured that the technologies are very safe for us to use as well. Okay. So the company has been around for 20 years, done over 80 clinical studies, and has 130 patents and more. Okay. So then LifeWave is classified as FDA Class 1 medical device. Yeah. So then X39 being the flagship product was launched after 10 years of research and development in the stem cells booming market. And it was launched in January 2019. So how exciting is this? It's only been in the market for just a little, about 6 years. Okay. And let's understand what stem cells are. All right. And basically, stem cells are the foundation to all the organs in our body. Yeah. So if you have enough healthy stem cells, the healthy stem cells will go and repair and replace any damaged tissues and cells in your body. That's how it works. Now, in layman, this is what it is. When undergoing a construction of a building, you need a solid foundation. Brick, mortar, you need metal, right? So all this actually holds the foundation to the building stronger. Yeah. So then the building can hold for 100, 200 years old, or maybe more as well. So without this solid foundation, the building will collapse. And same for our body as well. Without enough healthy stem cells in our body will start collapsing. We will be plagued with diseases, illnesses, aches and pains. So that is part of a very natural aging process. Okay, and this is what it is, natural aging process. Now, do you remember during our baby age, or if you have any baby or grandchildren, if they fall and hurt themselves, or if they cut a wound on their hand or their legs, they heal very fast. Yeah. Or they have a lot of energy to run around and things like that. But as we age, and by the time we are 60 years old, we only have 5% left in our body of stem cells. That's why we react slower. We tend to basically have a lot of aches and pains and things like that as well. Yeah. So this is what aging is all about. Okay. So a lot of people that say that, oh, I'm 60 years old and above, I accept the fact that there are going to be aches and pains and that. Yeah. But the fact is that there is something that we can always do. Okay. So we can get sources of stem cells from another person. Yeah. Blood donation, stem cells donation, or we can get it from our own blood. We can cultivate our own stem cells. Okay. Or we can also get it from animals and also plants, right? So these are the resources of where we can actually get our stem cells from. Yeah. And basically, if you look at stem cells injection in Malaysia, all right, I don't know how's it like in other countries, but this is one of the wellness clinic. I took it out from the internet. Yeah. And basically, one stem cells injection can cost you about 98,000 ringgit onwards. That is very, very costly. Okay. And if you look at how often do you need to do it, you are advised to do it once a year to maintain your health. That's crazy, guys. Yeah, that is a lot of money. So is stem cells only for the rich and famous? What about normal people, right? So then another news broke out last April to say that there is this cord blood bank. What they do is they actually extract stem cells from women that have delivered babies, right? If they want to keep their stem cells, the company offers this service to keep the stem cells in the blood bank. And this is an international group in Hong Kong, Macau, Indonesia, Philippines, and India. Okay, so basically the news broke out that the temperature in the blood bank actually was tempered. That means the temperature wasn't correct to store the stem cells and everything was damaged. Yeah, so they are currently undergoing legal action as well. Okay, so that's why what is safe for us, we need to understand as well. Okay, and basically when we look at live wave, I can tell you that this method is non-invasive, no side effects, okay, and basically very safe. It's the safest technology out there to be able to activate our own stem cells, not from animals, not from plants, not from other human beings. It's your own. Okay, so let's understand a bit on how this technology works and why is it so beneficial to so many people. Okay, so basically when you use the patch, you patch it on your back of the neck. Okay, and basically look, I have a patch on my hand, right? So there are different meridian points to patch, but when you first start, just one at the back of the neck will do. It's easy to remember. And basically when you do that, what happens is that it's activated, the patch is activated by your own body heat. You see, our body release heat. That's why we sweat, you know, we have temperature and things like that. Yeah. So then what happens is that the patch actually reflects the different wavelength of lights in the infrared and visible spectra. Okay. So the use of specific wavelength of light onto the surface of the skin stimulates nerve, which is in turn elicit into a biochemical response from the body. And this is known as photobiomodulation, and it is the basis of phototherapy. So this is basically a transfer of your own, reflection of your own energy into your body for self-healing. All right. So it's a very simple, straightforward technology. We just need to listen and understand a few more times to basically master it. Okay. So what benefit can you expect from using X39? Now let's take a look. Okay. So X39 actually is, there's no stem cells inside the patch. It activates your own stem cells. So what we need to know here is this. The first, our patch actually elevates copper peptide known to activate stem cells. Okay, so let's look further into what is copper peptide. Now, a bit of science lesson here, a bit of chemistry class. And basically, copper peptide is known to increase collagen, elastin, okay? And it's also found to possess powerful actions such as multiple anti-cancer activities and anti-inflammatory action. Now, we all know that all diseases actually basis starts from inflammation. If the inflammation becomes uncontrollable, it becomes severe diseases like stroke, cancer, and things like that. Okay, so then GHK copper in our blood actually has multiple anti-cancer. That means the longer you use this, the more GHK copper you have inside your body, the better protection against cancer activities. Okay, so then it will also lower down your inflammation in your system. Yeah, so the lesser inflammation you have, the lesser risk of diseases that we have. Okay, so then of course anti-anxiety, anti-aggression, and DNA repair, and also activation of cell cleansing. Yeah, so this is very, very important. Yeah, So then this is the secret ingredient to longevity. You guys have to remember this, huh? All right. And basically, when we look at the world today, we are surrounded by radiation. Everything is radiation these days. Yeah, that's why people are falling sick faster. And the food choices that we have as well. Yeah, so then a lot of things are not as safe as it used to be. So 30-40 years ago, pollution wasn't so prevalent. Yeah, but today the plantation, the crops and everything basically is so polluted. Yeah, and it comes to us as food and we eat it. So we have to eat anyhow. We cannot escape from not eating. But what can we do to better our health through detoxing? Okay, so this is something that basically helps with our system. The more healthy stem cells we have, the better our health is. Okay, and the function of X39 is to elevate GHK copper in your blood that can stimulate your stem cells production in your body. So when your organs have enough healthy stem cells, it becomes younger, it functions younger and younger and younger. Yeah. So that's why when you look at a lot of people after using X39 for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, their blood test report starts to improve. And we have seen a lot of diabetes cases, high blood pressure cases. The doctor starts to basically cut the dose of their medication or eventually remove the medication completely. Yeah. So then when your organs function better, you actually do not need the drugs and your blood test report will show over time. All right. So then be very, very persistent and consistent using it. Okay. And David Smith actually did a lab test report that is gold standard for telomere testing. Now, if you understand telomere, it is basically the tail end of the DNA. It looks like a little cross, okay? And basically, the longer the tail, the longer that we will live healthily, yeah? So then when we age, the tail actually shortens. It becomes shorter and shorter and shorter. So then we have a lot of diseases, aches and pain and things like that, yeah? So David Smith actually had this report to say that after using X39 for 6 months, he tested it on a large sample size of people. The telomere lengthens and basically we can reverse the age of our organs by 8.5 years on average. Yeah. So that's why you see a lot of testimonial of people, their physical look starts to change. It's not because they did any aesthetic or anything. It's because when your body is healing internally, it shows on your complexion. Yeah. So that's what happened to me as well. And I also got a shock myself. Yeah. To see that, to people saying that I actually look younger and healthier also. So remember, when you start patching, make sure you take a photograph of yourself. Yeah. Every month you can compare and see. So then you have a story to show people the changes that is happening to you. Yeah. So this is a superb way of actually looking at how your body is actually healing internally. Okay. So one of the very obvious effects and one of the main benefits is that people will start experiencing lower body inflammation. Now, remember just now the report from the National Library of Medicine, they also say that GHK copper can actually reduce the inflammation in our system. So that's what X39 is very powerful. Yeah. So then we get lesser diseases, aches and pains and things like that. Now, how many of you here experience more energy after patching? Things that you never used to do. Yeah, when you wake up tired, you just don't have the mood to do anything. Suddenly you find yourself putting on your running shoes and start jogging slowly. And then after that, you start running a bit. And then after that, you start running more. Yeah, you start being able to play with your grandchildren more, doing housework more. This is just amazing. Yeah, so this is basically godsend, guys. And experiencing better sleep. Yeah, so then we have seen a lot of cases where people were not sleeping well over the years. and they're very dependent on sleeping pills. When they use X39 after some time, 3 months, 6 months, everyone's body is different. Everyone's results are different, okay? So then you have to basically monitor it yourself and see what is benefiting you, okay? So some people, the first patch that they put on, they can sleep very well, yeah? Some people take maybe 2 weeks, some people 1 month. So be very, very patient, and good things are happening in your body, okay? So then, because stem cells actually works to rejuvenate our entire system, and our body is very intelligent. If we today, for example, I have 3 issues. I have a memory degeneration, I have a eye issue, I have a kidney issue. I cannot tell the stem cells where to fix first. They will know and prioritize the work to make sure that the highest risk of what our organs are facing, to fix that organ first. It could be my brain first, and then after that my eye, and then after that my kidney, okay? So then be very, very patient, guys. Good things are definitely happening when you're using this on a daily basis, yeah? Okay, so the next thing that people actually see, this one is very, very obvious. Dramatic pain relief, yeah? Especially people that are on long-term medication, painkillers, arthritic pain, okay? So autoimmune pain, cancer pain, okay? So this is very obvious, where you can actually experience a lot of difference after using the patch. Now, even a lot of painkillers that cannot do this kind of reduction, because what painkiller does is that it basically, when you take the painkiller, it tricks your brain to tell you that you're okay, but it only treats the symptom temporary. After the painkiller effect is gone, the pain comes back. That's why you need to take it again and again and again, yeah? So then X39 works to eliminate that pain. It actually resolves the root cause of the pain slowly but surely, all right? So, and yes, beauty, men, women, we also benefit for this, yeah? And women that love this, because people around them start to compliment them and say that, hey, you know what happened to you? I haven't seen you for 3 months, and you look younger and more vibrant, your skin is glowing, yeah? So this is something that we hear a lot from other people, that they are telling us that, wow, you know, the people around me, they say that my skin is glowing, and what am I using, and things like that, you know? So this is something that we have to basically just take note of, right? And sports performance, right? So if you're an athlete, you can actually tell the difference, yeah? If you actually run, maybe you run 5 kilometers, suddenly you can run 6 kilometers, you know? So your body is actually getting stronger and stronger each day when you're using the patches, right? So then hair growth, yeah? So this is something that I've seen some testimonial that their hair actually grow black and actually grow thicker, yeah? So I'm still waiting for my hair to grow. Can you see that? I also have little not much hair, you know, at the side here. So then it's still not growing, and I've been patching for 1.5 years. So maybe it's not the most important thing that my stem cells need to fix first. Maybe it's my internal organs, right? So I used to have a lot of illnesses as well. I have a lot of gut issues, if you have been following my testimonial and my sharing as well, yeah? So be very, very patient, okay? So we're not selling hair care product right here, okay, guys? If your hair grows and becomes thicker and stronger, it's a bonus. The body has more important places to be fixed first, okay? So please bear, right? And wound healing. Okay, so this is very, very prevalent and very obvious in people that are diabetic, okay? So diabetic wounds do not close properly as fast as well, yeah? And most of the time, if they do not actually close the wound fast enough, it becomes infected and it becomes gangrene. The nerve dies and basically it turns black. So if that happens, there's no more circulation in that area, and basically it will start to spread, yeah? It's like a dead root. So what doctor has to do, there's no choice, you have to remove the foot, yeah? So we have seen a lot of cases that gangrene foot being removed, and they just need to cut and then cut again, and then cut again. It's so traumatizing, yeah. Because when you cut, can you imagine a small wound cannot heal properly? And when you cut off the foot, and the wound is so big, and it's open wound, how is it going to heal properly? So then you need to keep washing it day by every single day, and it becomes rotten. Yeah, the bacteria starts to eat the flesh and right to the nerve. So people actually die from amputation a lot. Yeah. So guys, remember, do actually keep some patches at home in case of emergency, especially diabetes. Patch 3x39 or whatever patches that you have around that wound for faster healing. Yeah. So then you will be sure that your wound will start to rapidly heal. Okay. So X39 activates stem cells. Remember just now when I say during our baby age, we are very active, we have a lot of energy, we heal faster. That's because we have 10 billion stem cells on average. Can you see the chart right here? And this is taken from the British Scientific Journal. So it's not some numbers that we made up, okay? And can you see by the age 60, there's only 5% left, yeah? So what X39 can do is actually to increase the quantity and also the quality of stem cells. You have the best of both worlds, okay? Because it's your own stem cells, okay? So that's why I said at the beginning that this is the safest technology that you can try to activate your own stem cells, okay? And this is how we use it. Morning, X39. It elevates the copper peptide in supporting the health of your stem cells, and is clinically proven to enhance overall vitality and wellness. Okay. Nighttime, use the Aeon. Aeon is good to reduce stress, inflammation, promote relaxation. Yeah. So and to help with sleep as well. Okay. So people that are always very stressed, they cannot sleep. Yeah. So that is most of us, because we live in city and we work long hours, you know, traffic jam, oh my gosh, that, and then you know you eat food that's not healthy, some more inflammation causes you a lot of problem and you get stressed, you know. So Aeon is very powerful for that. Yeah. So a lot of people ask if they can just use X39 alone. My advice is to start with these two combo always, to maximize the result faster as well. Okay. So then why this combination? Now, even the founder, David Smith himself, said that in order to maximize the benefit, this is the two gold patches, yeah? Two of these X39. Why? Because stem cells are drawn to the site of inflammation, damaged tissue, okay? So then the inflammation actually kills off all the healthy stem cells. Now, if you use Aeon, Aeon works like a fireman that puts out the fire that is actually burning the inflammation site. In this case, the house that's burning. Yeah, can you see the house? Okay, so then the stem cells are the doctors, yeah, that will come in to help the victims. That means for the stem cells to grow healthy again, you definitely need X39. Yeah, so then if you use X39 alone, it's slower because the healthy stem cells that are being generated is being killed off by the existing inflammation that's in your body. Okay, guys. So X39 Aeon, definitely my to go as well. Yeah. So then if you look at where to start patching, basically at the back of the neck, because that is where the largest nerve in our system is. Can you look at the yellow nerve right here? It's basically connected to all our major organs. Yeah, can you see that? All your major organs. So when you patch it at the back of the neck, it basically stimulates our blood to flow to all our major organs. Then our major organs all can function properly. Yeah. So then if you have a diabetes issue, can you see the pancreas is there? Yeah. So then it starts to give more blood to the pancreas. And then your pancreas starts to work better and better again. Yeah. So then your sugar level starts to normalize over time. That's how it works. Yeah. So it's like a house that needs proper electricity for all your electricals to work, like TV, fridge, and everything else. Yeah, so that's why it's so important. Okay, so blood circulation is like electricity to our house in simple terms. All right, so I would like to conclude my presentation today by saying that our wellness journey is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So pace yourself and trust the process. And our wellness community here is always here to support everybody. Yeah. So if you have any questions, please type in the chat box as well. So we are prepared to answer any question. All right. So Mr. Lingam, I'll hand this back to you. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy this very short and brief presentation today.
Yes, thank you, Chinhua. Thank you very much. Well, I don't see any questions here. It looks like everybody is satisfied with your presentation. Very, very satisfied. And yeah. Okay, there I've got some question here. If patching X39 patches near a wound, does one also place patch at the back of the neck?
Let me take a look. Okay, hang on a minute. Okay, Wendy, all right, okay. Okay, so if let's say it's critical condition, you can patch at the affected site. You don't have to patch at the back of your neck. Critical condition, yeah. So then let's say the wound is on my hand right here. So just patch it around the wound. Okay. All right. Okay, there's another question right here, Mr. Lingam.
Yes.
Okay, let me get that. All right. So can I patch X39 at belly button in the morning and Aeon at the back of the neck? Okay, Maria, this is a very good question. You can, yeah. So then a lot of times when we first started patching, on the same spot itself, our skin get irritated and rashes starts to form. Yeah. So then I experienced that myself as well. What you do is you move it, you can move the patch anywhere along your spine, or you change position below your belly button as well. Yeah. So then let your skin breathe, recover. Okay. So then don't keep patching on the same spot. Let it breathe. All right. Let it heal, and then patch it on different areas. Okay.
There's a further question here. The previous question, where to patch for wound on left ankle?
Okay.
That's from Grace.
Hang on a minute. Okay, maybe let's go one by one. All right. Su Fu. Okay. I'm patching X39 here, Su Fu. So when I first started, I used to patch it behind my neck, but I've been patching for 1.5 years now. Yeah. So then I discovered that there is another acupuncture point here that is very good for digestion. So it actually helps with my metabolism a lot, because I used to have a lot of gastric pain, acid reflux, bloating, and things like that. So that really helped me a lot. So I changed this position after patching for 1 year. Yeah. So if you are just starting, just do it behind your neck or anywhere along the spine, so that's easy for you to remember. Okay. So this is a more advanced patching already. All right. Thank you. Okay, what else? Diana, after X-ray patch wear, same position, Diana, still behind your neck, right? If it's itchy, just move it down along your spine. Maria, what can I patch for my knee pain? Okay, so Maria, if your knee is painful, you can use your X39 and Aeon and patch it on your knee and try. Yeah, so then you can see the pain reduction. Okay, so you can try that. Agnes, hang on a minute. Yeah. All right. If after patch feel itchy, Mr. Lingam, maybe you can get that one. Hang on a minute. I'm just doing something here.
Yes, if after patch feel itchy, is it normal? Yes. For some people, the skin is sensitive to the adhesive. You know, the sticky adhesive, it causes itchiness. But it's not very common. It's maybe 10-15% of the persons using these 3M adhesives will have some itchiness. You can change, you can move place in the sense that if you have patched it at your neck, behind your neck, you can move the patch to your belly button, below your belly button. So the next day you can come back to the neck, and that should solve the problem. You need not consistently patch it at the same place all the time. Then it's going to be unbearable then. Okay.
Okay, Miss Lingam,
Mm-hmm.
you right?
Yeah. Maria has come back again saying, sorry, use X39 and Aeon together side by side on it, on knee or separately morning and night respectively.
Mr. Lingam, I think you missed a couple of questions.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. This is a follow-up question,
Jazz.
the one you answered just now.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get that one.
Yeah.
All right. So, just genetic reason cause muscle dystrophy. What patch need to use? Where to patch? Okay. So, just for any health challenges, start with X39 Aeon behind the back. All right. So start with that first and complete the cycle. Yep, do it for at least 3 to 6 months first. Okay. So according to your age, if let's say the person is 50 years old, you patch X39 and Aeon for 5 months first. Okay. After that, look into adding other patches. All right. So Jovita, how many X39 to patch around the wound? Okay. So about 3 will do. All right. Jovita, 3 X39. Okay. Maria, sorry, use X39 and Aeon together side by side on the knee or separately morning and night respectively. Maria, you can use X39 Aeon together in the morning and at night you don't have to patch. Yeah, try that. Okay. Where and what to patch? Hang on a minute. For constipation, Tan Siu Ho. Okay. Tan Siu Ho. For constipation, it's the same. X39 Aeon behind the neck first. All right. And then after 3 months of using it, yeah, you can actually try adding on energy enhancer as well. Yeah. So energy enhancer, you can patch right here. This point right here. Okay. There's one, the white patch right here, and then the brown patch right here. Yeah, so that will stimulate the energy for your gut as well. Okay. Besides having patch both X39 and Aeon daily, what's the extra combination patches to use to heal suspected chronic long COVID cough? Okay, so Richard, if you can add on glutathione, is very good to increase the immune system in your body. So then glutathione, you can patch one right here every day. Can you see this point right here? Yeah. So this will help to detox your system, clear off the lung infection, the viruses and everything. Okay. So go ahead and try that. Okay, Maria, Aeon seems to help me sleep better, so I can use another Aeon patch behind the neck at night. Yes, you can. You can do that. Go ahead and try that. Aili, can we use 2 or 3 X39 patches on different parts of the body at the same time to tackle different problems, or one patch will do? Actually, Aili, if it's not critical, one patch is good enough. It's just for maintenance purpose, because what it does is it rejuvenates your entire system. Yeah, so then one patch will do. Okay. Angelo is X39 can heal a stroke patient like paralyzed part of body. So Angelo, right, it depends on how long the patient has been suffering from stroke. Okay, so if it is actually very new, like few days or few weeks, yeah, so if you use X39 fast enough, the recovery is faster. Now let's say the stroke patient has been suffering for about 2-3 years already, then the recovery will be very slow, yeah, because all the nerve and the muscles are already sleeping. Yeah, so then when you actually encounter any stroke patient, make sure they start using it as soon as possible, even during the treatment in the hospital. All right. Richard, okay. So this glutathione on the throat spot, which resulted in maybe healing crisis. Okay, so this is a very good, yep. So then what happens is that it's actually coughing to clear off that inflammation in your system. Now, so if you actually feel that this is actually non-stop coughing, you can use the glutathione, at your feet area, between your first and second toe, yeah, there is a spot to detox as well, right here. So then go ahead and put on this area and see if your coughing actually reduces or not. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think Mr. Lingam, we have answered all the questions, and it's 9:28. Mr. Lingam, I'll pass it back to you.
Yeah, the time is good. We have finished this. Yeah, we have finished the show within 1 hour, which is good. And so you can go off to bed early, have a good rest, and begin your health journey again tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. Here is Super Wednesday saying thank you. See you again next week.
Diana is the right foot, okay?
Okay.
Right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Daisy, okay, there's one more. What patch to use and where to patch for Parkinson? Yes, Daisy, start with X39 Aeon as well, okay? At the back of the neck. Yep. So make it simple. At the back of the neck, the effect will be very good as well, okay? Try that. Go ahead and try that, okay? Oh, bad receding gums. X39 Aeon, Wendy. Start at the back of the neck as well. Yeah. So then monitor after 3 to 6 months. Okay.